If you are a parent today and you constantly feel like you are behind, exhausted, or failing, I want to start by saying this clearly: there's nothing wrong with you. Modern parenting genuinely feels overwhelming, not because parents are weaker, but because the system around parenting has quietly changed. And today I want to share why it feels this way from my lived experience as a mother who's also a working professional, not as advice, not as teaching, but just my perspective. Our parents raised children in a very different world. There was less information, fewer opinions, and far fewer expectations placed on one person, usually the mother. But today we are expected to work like we don't have children. We are expected to parent like we don't have jobs. And we are expected to stay calm, patient, regulated, informed, emotionally available all the time. And on top of that, we are constantly consuming a lot of parenting content: what we should do, what we should avoid, what we might already be doing, which could be damaging without realizing. And among all this chaos, at some point, parenting stops feeling natural and starts feeling more like a performance. One of the biggest reasons parenting feels heavy today is the mental load. It's not just the physical work, it's the constant multitasking and the constant thinking. Is my child okay? Am I doing enough? Am I doing it right? What if I mess this up? Coming to my parenting journey, I wasn't even meeting societal standards of doing things right. I was deeply occupied with my work, constantly stretched, and carrying the quiet guilt of never feeling fully present anywhere, neither at work nor at home. On the outside, life was moving. On the inside, I felt tense, guilty, and always on edge. I wasn't doing things right by anyone's definition. I was trying to manage work, motherhood, and expectations all at once, and the emotional load was constantly running in the background. Parenting had slowly become something I was just trying to survive, not something I was experiencing with presence or pleasure. Somewhere along the way, parenting shifted into fixing, correcting, improving the child, and without realizing it, the parent, especially the mother, disappears from the picture. We stop asking, as a parent, as a mother, how am I doing? Regulated am I? What support do I need? I have learned this the hard way, that a dysregulated parent trying to raise a regulated child will always feel exhausted. This doesn't mean we are bad parents. It means we have been trying to do parenting from a state of depletion. If parenting feels heavy for you, it's not because you lack discipline or you lack knowledge or effort. It's because modern parenting expects too much individual responsibility, too little community support, and almost no space for the parent's emotional well being. Once I stopped asking, "What's wrong with me?" and started asking, "What support do I need?" something major shifted. Parenting didn't become perfect overnight, of course, but it definitely became much lighter. If you are listening to this and you feel seen and you feel understood, please know that you're not alone. Parenting was never meant to be done in isolation, under pressure, or self judgment. In this space, I talk about parenting, motherhood, and inner regulation in a gentle and realistic manner without any hype or expectation for perfection. Please remember that you don't need to do more, you don't need to try to fix your child. Sometimes understanding why it feels hard is the first step towards moving from chaos to calm. This is Ramya, and I thank you for being here.